Hello and welcome back to my channel, Kitten Up Kitten. My name is Sam and today I am coming with all of the details for the next DIY DP event. So what is DIY DP? So DIY DP is a conversion event, and it is where you take a cross stitch pattern and you use either a paper chart or an app to work from to make that cross stitch into a diamond painting. Now it's very easy to do. It isn't as difficult as you think. If you've ever done counted cross stitch, it is very, very similar. So I do an event normally twice a year called DIY DP. And we are coming up for DIY DP November. So I thought I would come on and I would give all of the details for that. This is not a working whip video. This is just me explaining what it is, how you enter, what's expected, what I'm going to do. Okay? Hope that you're clear. If this is not the video for you, I absolutely understand. Please do click out of it and I hope to see you on the next one instead. But in the meantime, let me explain how we're going to do that. So first of all, there are some changes this year, this time around, mainly to make it more functional for me, to make it a little bit more structured than we've done previously. Not massive changes. There's one big change, but everything else is pretty much the same. So a big shout out to all of you that took part in May. So generally, the first big change, the first big huge change is from November, this will be a once yearly event. And I know there'll be people out there going, please, we like doing it in May. But there are a number of reasons why I've decided to do this. The main one is just because it means I can concentrate fully on that 1 month. It's a lot of work, even if, you know, you're not doing daily videos, there's still an awful lot that goes into this. And, you know, I've got life going on as well. So I just feel that I can offer more if I do it in November. There are less events going on that time of year and I'm not going away anywhere. It's really difficult to do this when I'm away for part of May. I always go away in May. So that's what it is. So from now on, it will no longer be DIY DP May or November and the year. It will literally just be DIY DP 24. Okay, we're clear. Okay, that's good. So how do you do a conversion? This is for those of you that don't know. Now, number one of the biggest rules is you must be working on a blank canvas. Now, when I say a blank canvas, I don't mean that there's nothing on it at all. I mean, I'm hoping this is in shot, that you've just got this gridded square. Okay, so each of these squares you probably see on here, this square here, is 10 by 10 mini squares, and each one of those little squares is a drill. And the way that it works is cross stitch patterns will come with a stitch count. So if you have a cross stitch that's 100 stitches, you are going to have, you're going to need to multiply that by 4, because for every 0.25 centimeters you've got a drill. So 1 centimeter is 4 drills, so you are multiplying the stitch count by 4 or dividing it by 0.25. the math is the same. It gives you a big canvas, and that's the issue. Okay, so bearing in mind that any cross stitch pattern you get, you're going to be making it 4 times bigger. So they do tend to be quite big projects, and conversions tend to be longer term projects. Most of us will do this alongside doing normal canvases. And the whole thinking behind DIY DP was to give us a month, to give those of us that love doing this a whole month where we focus on that canvas every day. So that's what it's all about. So the first thing you will need a chart. So where can you get your charts from? Numerous places. The best known company is actually Heaven and Earth. I've done one of their canvases. They have lots and lots and lots. The one I'm currently working on, which you can see here, is called Stained Glass Hobbit. I got this from Etsy. I just made sure that it was Pattern Keeper compatible. Pattern Keeper is the app that I use. It's the app for Android. If you want one for iOS, then you need, I think it's called Markup XP. That's the best one to go for. So let's have a look at our chart. So let me just bring this up. I'm gonna do this. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, view PDF. Okay, so I get my chart. I can't show you the whole chart. I'm not allowed to, but this will come with the cross stitch. And then you're listed with all of your colours and the symbols that go with that. And it will also tell you how many stitches that you need for each colour. So in this case, it will tell you how many drills you need. So they're all on there. So for me, this shows you how you can go through to show the chart pages. I'm actually working this like this. So I'm working there, there, and there. I actually have 4 canvases to do this with. So I have 2 bigger ones and 2 smaller ones, but that's how I'm doing it. I will then put them together. And then you have your chart, and each one, as you can see, each square, which is 100 drills, will have the symbols. You match the symbol on your app to what you're putting on there, and you count where you're going to be. So if I bring up my mock-up, this is what my finished piece will look like. So I'm literally just about here. Okay. So that's what I'm going to use, and I will show you what it looks like currently. Now, the best thing about this is on Pattern Keeper, I can't talk for Markup XP, but on Pattern Keeper, you can set it so that it fills the colours in as you're going. And literally down this side, look, you've got all of your colours, and if you click on each of those, it will show you where that colour is in that chart. Now, obviously, you're not going to be working on a massive section. So I do suggest that you choose an amount that works for you. Now, there isn't a daily limit, okay? There isn't. It's up to you how much you do a day. Me personally, I like to have an idea. Because I know that if I do a 3x3 square, it's actually 900 drills. Now, if I do that, I'm actually going to be finishing this canvas and I will be on to the next one. So that's what I'm aiming for in November. So I choose 3x3, which is 900 drills. It's up to you how many you choose, but I would suggest, if you are hoping to get, if you've already started and you're hoping to get some done, set yourself a daily amount. And keep yourself accountable to it. You'd be surprised. There are times when I can't do a daily amount during the week, but at the weekend I might do it. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got my chart and I've got my chart, sorry, and I've got my canvas. I am using predominantly spare drills. This is what I save my square drills for, but I will buy drills in if I need larger amounts. It is totally up to you how you do it. You can use your spares. If you keep your spares, you can buy the drills ahead of time if you want to. That is not an issue, but it must be a blank gridded canvas that you're working on. You cannot print your pattern onto canvas or anything like that. It must be a blank canvas. Okay. So the other thing you can use is you can use graph paper. That's right, graph paper and double-sided tape, and then you can do an A4 page at a time. Works very well. And if you're interested in seeing how that works and how to get it all set up, please do head over to Calb's Sparkles. The lovely Penny, I call her the conversion queen. She has done a canvas using graph paper and double-sided tape. Fabulous to watch. Why don't you head on over and look for her videos, because it's fascinating how it's done. Like I said, I'm working on 4 canvases. It's easier to get smaller canvases. I actually got these from Penni. So I've got 2 this size, and I've got 2 offcuts from my last conversion that I'm also using, and it will then all go together. So that's what I'm doing. So let's get into some details. Okay. As I said, printed canvases are not permitted. Okay. I chose to do this event because we take those drills and we lay them on a blank chart. In my mind, as far as I am concerned, if you print your canvas yourself, you're just making yourself a custom canvas, and that is not a true conversion. I'm sorry if you disagree. That's the way it is. You know, we have to have some rules, right? So here are the rules for DIY DP. Number 1, there is no new start or a finish required. This is purely about encouraging you to do a certain amount per day over the course of the month. So it doesn't have to be a new start. You do, however, need to be able to track your progress. I'll come to that in a minute. There is no daily amount, although I find personally that having a set amount that I want to do works very well for me. You must have a minimum 40 by 50 centimetre size. Most conversions are quite big anyway, but if we allowed little canvases, let's say like the Paint Gym mini size, and you just did 1, well, you're going to snatch the prize, aren't you, for most drill, the highest percentage done, etc. And you could do 10 of those over the course of the month. You know, it's kind of not fair. So we've got to keep that in. So minimum 40 by 50 size. If you would like to take part, you must supply the following to take part. You must be able to send me a pic of your finished canvas or the sheets you're working on. Okay, not your chart, not your app. I need a picture of your canvas, what you're working on at the beginning and at the end. So you must be able to supply that. You must also be able to give me every week the number of drills laid, the total drills, and the percentage that you've completed. You will need to give those details to me. I will no longer be working them out. I will be purely inputting the figures each time into Excel. You also must give me an update once a week by Sunday at 12 p.m. There is no point us doing this if you are in it and you do it once. Okay, you must stay in each week to keep it at it. Otherwise, you know, unfortunately, we're going to have to drop you out. There are always exceptions, so please do let me know, but be aware that that is the case if you are not able to take part each week. So let's come to what the prizes are. So prizes are awarded for the following things. At the end of the competition, there will be a prize for most drills laid. There will be a prize for highest percentage completed. And then the grand prize is actually the best whip or canvas. And that's voted for by the participants in the event, which is always nice. It's always lovely to be able to big each other up. And that's what this is about. We're here to support each other, and we're here to jolly each other along and just make it a really enjoyable month. You know, we do neglect our projects like this a little bit, so it's just that. There are also additional prizes. We have the teacher's pet. We had the comeback king or queen last time as well, so that could come back amongst others potentially. So prizes will be the following. They will be limited edition trays, tray combo sets or goodie boxes. The grand prize will be a goodie box and a set of limited edition tray sets. There is also a prize of a £50 gift voucher for Diamond Art Club from me. And to keep you guys all G'd up, we are going to do the following. Now, we're not going to be doing daily videos this time. It's just too much work. So what we're going to do is there will be a video on a Monday, a Wednesday, and a live on a Friday. Monday will be the update video, and we will then be able to give you a shout out and say how you've got on in the previous week. It starts with a live edition on Friday the 1st of November, and it will end with a video on Saturday the 30th, and at that point all prizes will be released. Are you with me? So just to update, it will now be #DIYDP. And it will be 24, whatever the year is, it will be that after it. It will only take place in November. There will be a limited edition colour tray released in December after the event. Like I said, they will be available as prizes for people taking part as well. And that will consist of all 3 trays, the mini, the standard and the new XL. And you will have the opportunity to choose whether it's blinged up or not. So we'll come back to that later. I am really looking forward to this year because I feel like I've taken some time to really look at what I'm able to do, and I just think that this is going to be so much easier for me. It's going to be more enjoyable for you guys, and I'm not putting so much pressure on myself. So I'm really hoping that you are geared up and ready to take part. So how do you enter for #DIYDP24? You simply email the following information to kittenupkitten@gmail.com by October the 25th. I need all that info by October the 25th, because that way I've got all the pictures ready to start and we can do that launch. So you will need to send me your name, the country that you're in. I also need the name of the chart or the canvas that you are doing. You will need to supply total drills laid and percentage done already if you have already started it. If not, you just need to put new start. And I also need a picture of your artwork. So ideally, a picture of what the artwork will look like when it's finished, and a picture of your canvas or your sheets or whatever when you start. Just so we've got something to look back on. And that's it. That is #DIYDP24. I am hoping that you are going to love it. I am hoping to see lots of people coming back. And I am working on making it bigger and better than ever. As always, I will have the lovely Penny from Kelp Sparkles helping me. And looking forward to spending some time on this canvas. I've lost some drills, look. Look at this. I've got to repair that. So, yeah, get your canvases, get your images, your apps, get your drills ready. It will be coming back. And do not forget, there will be a limited edition tray release in December off the back of DIYDP. And if you haven't got your #DIYDP cover papers already, head over to Penni at Kelp Sparkles to get yours before the event takes place. And I will see you very soon in another video. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye-bye.